Hari Om to everybody. So we first begin with our holy and all-powerful Ram Nam.
Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Om. 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 Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Om.
Chapter number 1 of In Quest of God. So the next question that comes up, are we to start the spiritual journey from making an attempt to know our individuality vis-a-vis the spirit? Spiritual journey, we have named it a spiritual journey. Anything connected with the spirit is called spiritual. Spirit is the Atman, the Brahman, the life force, the mysterious power. So when we start this journey, we should properly relate ourselves with this, That is why this question comes. That means, normally what we do, we go to an ashram, we read some books, we go through certain austerities. But no. This is a primer. Papa's primer is this. Connect yourself with him. This is paramount. Today, suppose I am observing a mauna, it should be to connect myself with him. If I am fasting, it should be to connect myself with him. If I am doing 25 malas now, it is to connect with him, not for mala's sake, not for fasting sake, not for mauna sake, like that. Connection should be there. Otherwise, our mind may say, yes, you have done this. So what? We are there where we are. So the first and foremost requisite for a peaceful life is to know that man is not merely what he appears to be, a bundle of flesh, bones, blood, skin, nor a creature living solely on impulses and instincts rising in the mind. We are trying to connect, How does this connection come? So I should know first the outer cover and the inner content. Basic thing. We have to recognize that beyond the exterior dynamics of the body and mind, there is within us a spirit which is immortal. About the spirit we have dealt with. Then only I become full, a person. Bereft of that power, I am a dead body, will be taken to the cremation ground immediately. So this is very important. So I have to relate myself. Though he has given me this, though he vitalizes me, I have forgotten. Only me is there. When I react with the events and individuals, only me is there. For reasons unknown to me, I am unable to connect myself with him. So this IQG in-depth study poses, have you connected? Before you deal with anything, have you made an attempt to connect yourself? How do I handle this? So instead of depending upon outer guidance, so far, whenever we are confronted with anything, naturally we try to get guidance from outside, through books, through teachers, through elders, through bosses, And whatever experience that we have stored, we try to make it and then handle it. We may fail, we may forget, we may succeed. But instead of depending upon our outer guidance, try to choose or evolve a method suiting to our temperament, of course. That each one only knows what is our temperament, taste, aptitude, preferences, priorities. To open up a channel of communication with him. We are very clear now, whatever we do under the banner of anything, it is only to get ourselves connected. Because the question is, are we to start the spiritual journey from making an attempt to know our individuality vis-a-vis spiritual, the spirit? This is a very valid point. So instead of depending upon outer, we try to go in. That will give us story. So the next one is, yes, when somebody comes to your house, there are two ways of telling. Think about it. Please come. Please come. The attitude, the body language, the feeling with which we say matters much. Similarly, when we approach him for our problem, it should be, not that he minds it, but he will definitely hear if it is, coming from with a feeling. Many a times we have read in Papa's teachings, Ram Nam itself should come with a feeling, he will say. It should well up in our heart. So approach God through intense pleading, appealing, and even crying for relief from the tormenting situations. Not at the superficial level, going to the office and then telling something. No. The way in which we present matters, don't you know that? At the family level, at the professional level, you must have had a lot of such experiences, even at the social level. The way in which we approach, it matters a lot. And another important thing is, what is the main impediment? That we don't know him, but he is the troubleshooter for it. He is called the me and mine. We may not know him. We don't want him. But he has possessed us. And in his own way he will interpret. So we have to identify the source. In other words, whenever we deal with men and matters, always check up whether we are viewing it from the individual level or slightly above the level. If we are purely dealing at the individual level, from the Vyavaharic people may say that we are right, it will not help us in our spiritual journey. Certainly not. I was trying to recollect one experience, Pujya Swamiji, all of us were walking. In the evening, there was a evening walk. And then somebody made a comment from the backside. Today, ashram will be very quiet. Why, there are no sadhus. Sadhus, they keep on coming to the ashram from different places. And they have got different types of characters, tendencies, preferences, priorities. They have been walking, they come here. Mataji wanted them to rest for 3 days, have their bath, let them dry their clothes, and when they go, whatever is possible is given to them. This is their style. Immediate, so they make not only, somebody may do the BD, somebody may, create some problem, somebody may lose temper, somebody may use bad words. That is because they are all yatris. Pujya Swamiji immediately, turned to that person who was making a comment. He said, what for we are sitting? Such words should not come. We are here to serve the sadhus. No matter how they behave. In spiritual life, we should be very, very careful. No such words should come. Immediately the person apologized. So that means, we should be very cautious. Certain words should never come because the words carry so many things under it. We may not know. Words that carry negativity, full of negativity, it will just spontaneously come out of us. And that it will not only, it will not spread any wave of love, wave of joy. It will only spread hatred or, all that is deplorable, unknowingly. So here, we have to identify the source. You will find that, when the two boys, when they said something, how Papa took it, how it was instrumental in transforming them. That is why we say it's a manual. And then, when we are on this journey, it is not that the indwelling reality will be palpable, When we know that He is behind our thought, word and deed, at least intellectually, then He is our guide, He is our companion. So rely more and more on Him. He may also come through different forms and help us. Later on we will find that. As we pass through certain chapters, we will find that. So we should we should intuitively become aware of His guidance. These are some points on which we can really take the maximum benefit from in quest of God. And as we shared, we must impose certain self-originated, austerities. And we have also found out from Papa's writings that periodical retreat, withdrawal from the existing surrounding is also a must. Why, all right, all values are there, but I am interacting with the world outside, on which I have absolutely no control, So somebody may shout. Somebody may find fault for no fault of mine. Somebody may accuse. So many things can happen. It will disturb this thing, however strong I may be. So in order that all the value that I have been trying to assimilate gets concretized in me, I should now and then withdraw my field, and not merely withdrawing. Why I am withdrawing? To concretize what has been assimilated. So we pray to Him to devise some method by which we go through the whole thing. We may punish ourselves, we may deny ourselves, but all the time we are conscious. We are doing it only because that particular tendency came in me. It should not come in me. The me and mine overtook my handling. So like that, So resort to periodical evaluation. These are all some of the points that comes out from first chapter. Hari Om.